Between July 29th and August 5, 2025, Hong Kong experienced something truly eerie for back-to-back black rainstorms. A black rain signal is the highest level of warning, reserved for the most severe downpours. But this time, something was different. The storms didn't just bring rain, they brought a creeping sense of dread. Lightning that struck without a sound, rivers that suddenly appeared where roads once were, and a sky so dark, it felt alive. The city was about to face a week it would never forget. The first storm rolled in almost sneakily. The clouds began to thicken over the harbor, and the afternoon sky dimmed as if someone had turned down the sun. Then, the heavens opened up, unleashing torrents of rain so dense you could barely see 10 meters ahead. Hong Kong is a city built to withstand storms. Its people are used to typhoons and heavy rain. But this felt strange. The air itself seemed to vibrate with an unseen energy. Across the city, strange things began to happen. Elevators and high-rises malfunctioned, stopping between floors. Phones glitched, showing distorted screens. One commuter, stranded at a bus stop, later said, "It felt like the sky was trying to crush the city." The usual rainstorm chaos was there, but it was layered with a bizarre, unsettling feeling that something fundamental was wrong. The storm was a warning, but no one knew what it was warning them about. 2 days later, just as the city was drying out, the second storm gathered. But before the rain arrived, an unnatural silence fell over Hong Kong. The usual hum of traffic faded. The constant chirp of birds vanished. The wind died completely. The sky darkened to a shade that wasn't gray, wasn't blue, but an unsettling, bruised purple. It was a silence so profound it felt louder than any noise. Then came the downpour, hammering the city not like drops, but like a million tiny needles. Residents huddled indoors noticed something else that was odd. The rain smelled metallic, like iron or old blood. It was a sterile, inorganic scent that clung to the air long after the rain stopped, leaving behind a cold, unsettling quiet. The silence before the storm was terrifying, but the silence it left behind was even worse. The third storm brought outright chaos. This time, there was no gentle warning, just a sudden, violent deluge. Water flooded major highways, turning the Cross Harbor Tunnel into a gushing river. In busy shopping malls, water seeped in, rising ankle-deep, forcing shoppers to wade through the rising tide. On the waterlogged streets, cars and even double-decker buses floated like toys in a bathtub. High above, lightning struck the same skyscraper multiple times within minutes, as if targeting it. Emergency lines were jammed with frantic calls. Large parts of Kowloon lost power, plunging entire districts into darkness punctuated only by the flashes of lightning. And that's when the whispers started, on social media and in hushed conversations. People began to question what was happening. Something is wrong with the weather, they said. For black rains in 1 week, it's impossible. The city's legendary resilience was beginning to crack. Everyone felt it. The worst was yet to come. The final storm arrived at night and it was the darkest of all. The sky turned an absolute, impenetrable black. The only light came from the lightning, which flashed constantly, but with no thunder to follow. Just silent, brilliant flashes of white and purple ripping across the clouds. It was like watching a cosmic battle from below. The silent strobing lit up the sky, revealing something that made people's blood run cold. Some residents swore they saw shapes moving inside the clouds, massive, vaguely humanoid silhouettes that seemed to be watching the city below. A taxi driver, parked by the waterfront, later recounted his experience. Every flash lit up the clouds, and every time, it looked like a face staring back at us. Was it just pareidolia, the mind seeing patterns in the chaos? Or was something else really up there? Whatever the truth, the fear it sparked was undeniably real. For one long night, the people of Hong Kong felt like they were being observed by something ancient and vast. In the aftermath, scientists and meteorologists scrambled for answers. They explained that the storms were caused by a rare, almost perfect storm of atmospheric conditions, a powerful monsoon surge colliding with unusually warm ocean temperatures in the South China Sea. The data models supported this, but one part remained unexplained. The storms behaved too unusually. The darkness was deeper than any recorded rain event. The silent lightning defied known physics. And most disturbingly, The storms arrived in a perfectly timed sequence, almost like scheduled events. Was it all just a one-in-a-billion coincidence? Or was it something more? A message from a climate pushed to its breaking point? Or a warning from something else entirely? The official reports closed the case, but for those who lived through it, the questions lingered. Today, Hong Kong has recovered. The streets are dry, the lights are on, and the city's relentless rhythm has returned. But the memory of those 8 days remains, a scar on the collective psyche, for storms, for warnings, for nights when the sky turned black and refused to give the city back its daylight. Hong Kong looked up and saw something it couldn't explain, and for a week, the city that never sleeps held its breath, waiting for the sky to fall. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe for more.